Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive. Today we're going way back, like 3 decades back, to trace the evolution of technical writing.
3 decades, wow. That's a lot of changes, right?
It really is. Luckily, we've got an awesome guide for this trip down memory lane. Our very own Curt Robbins, senior technical writer, he pointed us to this super insightful article.
Oh, right. The one about kitchen drawers.
Exactly. It's called 3 Decades in Technical Writing, a story of challenges, growth, and kitchen drawers.
Catchy title.
I know, right? And it totally fits. It's written by Tanya Lorber, published just at the start of this year, so super fresh perspective. And honestly, it should be required reading for anyone, really, who works with technical information. Writers, documentation folks, IT pros.
Definitely. It's amazing how much resonates even today, even after all those changes.
So let's jump right in. Tanya starts her journey in the world of hardware documentation.
Hardware, huh?
Think answering machines, TVs,
Yeah.
even a harvester.
A harvester. Wow, that's old school.
Right. It's fascinating to see the sheer variety of stuff they documented back then.
It shows you, though, how those fundamental skills of technical writing, breaking down complex things, making them clear, they've always been essential.
Absolutely. But then Tanya makes a move that I think a lot of us can relate to. She jumps ship to the world of software.
And never looks back.
Exactly. Like, who could blame her? Software was exploding at that time. That's where all the action was.
Talk about a huge shift, right? And that reminds me of another massive change Tanya writes about the transition from mountains of print to the digital era.
Oh, man, I remember those days.
Hmm.
Stacks of printouts everywhere. She even mentions this senior executive who was so proud of his documentation library, like literally a whole room filled with binders.
It's wild, isn't it? Today, it's all online help systems and knowledge bases. No more paper cut.
But that shift to digital, it wasn't all smooth sailing, right?
Oh, definitely not. Remember the rise of XML?
XML. Oh, yeah. That was like a whole new language to learn.
It was, wasn't it? And content management systems popping up everywhere.
It felt like a revolution in the making, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly, we were all talking about topic-based writing, breaking down those long, dense documents into modular chunks.
Huge learning curve for a lot of writers back then, but it was so important. I mean, it changed the way we think about content.
And it really highlights how crucial it is to be adaptable in this field, right? Always learning new tech, new approaches, because things just don't stand still.
Never. And you know what else really struck me about Tanya's story? Her, aha moment about visuals.
Oh, yeah. The power of diagrams and graphics.
It's like she suddenly realized, wait, pictures can explain things way better than words sometimes.
And she's totally right. A well-placed diagram can be a lifesaver. It really gets to the heart of what we do, making information clear and accessible for everyone.
100%. We're user advocates at the end of the day.
Speaking of advocating for the user, Tanya's career path takes another interesting turn. After almost 2 decades in telecom, she makes a leap into, wait for it, biostatistics.
Whoa, really? That's a big jump.
It is. But it goes to show you how those core skills we develop as technical writers, organizing information, crafting clear explanations, they're so transferable.
Yeah, you can apply those skills to any field, really. And that's encouraging, especially for anyone listening who might be thinking about branching out.
Totally. Tanya's story is proof that our skills are in demand across industries.
And her role even expands beyond just traditional writing, too. She ends up leading a team that develops training materials, produces videos. They even build a whole learning portal.
It's amazing how the field has broadened, isn't it?
Definitely. And that evolution just keeps going. But some things never change. Like reading Tanya's article, you can see how passionate she is about using clear language, being consistent.
Oh, I loved that anecdote about her insisting on remove instead of delete. Seems like a small thing, but it makes a big difference for the user.
Absolutely. But it makes you wonder, right? How do we keep that focus on the user with all the crazy technological advancements happening around us? I mean, think about all the tools we use now: automation, content reuse, single sourcing,
And then there's the big elephant in the room.
AI.
Right. It has the potential to completely revolutionize the way we work.
But it also raises a lot of questions, doesn't it? Job security, ethical concerns. It's a whole other can of worms.
Definitely something worth diving into another time.
Agreed. But circling back to Tanya, it's kind of funny how she pictures her retirement, sipping Chardonnay and cheering on the next generation of technical writers.
It's a nice image. Peaceful.
It is, but it also reminds us that the need for clear, concise communication, that's never going away.
Nope. No matter how much technology changes, Someone's got to make sense of it all.
So, what do you think the next 30 years will hold for technical writing? Any predictions?
Ooh, predictions are tough. But I think one thing's for sure. Things will keep changing fast.
No doubt. And we'll need to adapt, keep learning new skills. And on that note, here's a final thought for our listeners. Tanya jokes about her kitchen drawers overflowing.
Overflowing.
Yeah, like they're bursting with stuff. And it made me think that's kind of a metaphor for the information overload we all face, right?
It totally is. We're drowning in information.
And that's where technical writers come in. We're the organizers, the sense makers. Our job is to bring order to the chaos.
We're like the Marie Kondos of the information world.
Exactly. So to all you tech writers out there, keep up the amazing work. The future is bright, challenging, and full of opportunities.
And who knows? Maybe in 30 years, we'll all be sipping Chardonnay and cheering on the next generation, just like Tanya.
Cheers to that.